Welcome to Will at Work. I'm Kevin. We generally are doing this series in order to test out my various game systems in order to find out if they work. We're also doing a count together to find out how many systems I actually own. I believe I have the most unique video game systems in the world. I don't collect too many variants, and I don't generally count variants as part of my collection. But this video series stands to both account for how many I have and how many work, so that I can show people that yes, I do indeed have this many, and we can all sort of learn about the history of video gaming together as I go through all of them. And we're marching forward into the 200s, and you can always go back and start at the beginning of the series and see many consoles that you probably grew up with and remember, as well as many you did not. Today we're just going to look at the Cheetah Girls. We're not going to play it. It is another Jakks Pacific unit. This one seems to be fairly rare. I have not seen many of these. I think maybe the Cheetah Girls wasn't that popular or something, or whatever, and so this particular unit isn't, I don't know, there's just not a lot of them out there. It doesn't show up on eBay very often. It has this sort of, what do you call it, disco ball, joystick, 2 buttons and a reset, which is typical, plugs in with your standard component. And it does say Edition 1 up here, so it is possible that Jakks Pacific released a second edition of this. There is not a really good resource out there that lists all these. Frankly, I think as of right now, as of July of 2021, I've probably listed more of these than any other resource I've seen. Now, I'm sure there probably is one, but I have looked and online and everything, and I haven't found something that's definitive. There is a list of some of them out there, but it doesn't have anywhere near as many as I've gone through so far on this series, and I'm not done. I am not done. And there's even more that I don't own, but at some point I probably will. Anyway, look on the back here. We have 4 games, and this was obviously targeted at young girls. If you were a boy and wanted to play it, I'm not saying it's not for you in this generation of whatever floats your boat generation. But it was targeted at young girls anyway. And we have looks like 4 games: Dancing with Dorinda, Making Music with Galleria, Aqua's Fashion Boutique, and Chanel's Concert. And my guess is it's one for each of these Cheetah Girls, some show I've never watched. Now here we have, also available from TV Games, the Hannah Montana one. I don't think I've seen the Hannah Montana unit. I don't think so. I certainly don't think I own it. But that kind of shows you that these girl ones were just rare. They weren't purchased very often. I don't know exactly why that is, right? Like, these were popular enough that we do see them on the eBay aftermarket quite a lot. People pick them up for very young kids. But the ones that were targeted at girls, not as much. Now we're going to look at something in the future that I have that was targeted towards girls that did really well, and we'll be talking about that in the future. And it is a plug-and-play TV game, but some of these Jakks Pacific ones, I don't know what it was that maybe it was because it was in a different aisle than girls go to certain toy aisles and boys go to other toy aisles, and maybe it just wasn't sold in the right section or something. I mean, it's not to say it didn't sell at all, but you just don't see a lot of the ones that are targeted towards girls for sale that often. So, kind of interesting. But then again, like I said, there are some that did really well, and we will look at one in the future. So, like I said, we're not going to look at this one because it's open, or it's never been opened, and I don't open units and test them that are new and still sealed, especially in space plastic like this, because you know, we can just naturally assume it works. So, yeah, the Cheetah Girls Passport to Fame from Disney. Thanks for watching, and we'll check out something new on the next video.